Okay, that's all the checks complete. We're ready to go.
Hey guys, and welcome to the first of what I hope to be many F1 2022 videos. Today we'll be racing at the Miami International Autodrome, the Hard Rock Stadium complex. So 19 corners, 3 DRS zones. It should be pretty good fun, I think. And also the first time you guys get to actually see the gameplay of the new F1 2022 game. Today's only just going to be Miami, but there will be upcoming videos later on that will show you the whole details of the new F1 2022 game. So I thought, what's the best way to show you what this track is actually going to be like? And I thought, you know what, let's just do a whole race weekend. And we're currently in qualifying 1 out of 3 trying to get through, but it's a bit tricky. You'll probably see from my driving that I'm struggling to get a grasp of the new handling model, the new setups that you have to incorporate, and this track isn't as easy as it looks. Now don't get me wrong, I had a lot of fun practicing for this, but Sector 1, Sector 2, really nice, kind of remind me of Saudi Arabia, the nice fast free-flowing corners that if you just hit nicely and just right, it would just feel brilliant. But you get to Sector 3 and suddenly all hell breaks through. So this is the start, the end of Sector 2, the start of Sector 3, and you have to brake really hard, and suddenly these next couple of corners are just nice, slow, but if you go too fast, you lose your rear end. If you go too slow, you just lose a load of time, so you have to find a perfect balance. Here, second gear, and you really have to cut across the track before you get onto the back straight and go again, but that section of the track is very difficult to get right, especially after going through 2 sectors of really high speed corners. But after you get through that, you get onto this long straight where there's loads of overtaking opportunities, DRS zone before you get onto a hard braking zone, hairpin corner over to the left, and then again it's just finding the traction, which isn't as easy as it looks, but finding the right traction, and then you come across the start-finish line right there. Now we're talking about the United States, of course, and sometimes it just rains for no apparent reason, so obviously I had to put some rain in there, and bless you all with a bit of a wet lap as well. So here's a little quick insight to what it looks like wet. Now honestly, the wet threw me a little bit. I struggled to find the right levels of grip. It's a little bit easier this year, I think, to kind of get going, but in terms of really maximizing the car, I was just struggling. You can see all these little micro adjustments I'm having to make because the rear is sliding out. It was a bit tough, I'll be honest with you. But for the content, it was worth it. So yeah, the Miami Grand Prix, if it rains this weekend, if you're watching it during the Miami Grand Prix weekend, which I don't think it's gonna, but you know, just in case, you now have a little bit of an idea of what it's gonna look like. Right, enough of me waffling and showing you what it looks like on board. How about some of the tracks? So
it's just about time to get today's Grand Prix underway. We have a number of drivers in contention, but of course, only one can claim that coveted top step at the podium. With great opportunities for wheel-to-wheel battles featuring 19 corners, 3.36 miles long, and expected average speeds of 138 miles per hour, the Miami International Autodrome will be sure to create lots of chances to overtake.
So after a few hours of practice, we're here. We're actually at the Miami Grand Prix on F1 22, and we didn't make it to Q3. We got to Q2 in the rain and absolutely balled it. So we're playing as Dan Ricciardo in this Grand Prix, and we are starting in P15 and hoping to get a podium out of this. And I believe, look at my man right there. Hopefully we can get something out of this, and you get to see a little bit of what the game is going to be like, and a little bit of insight I'll be giving throughout the video as well. Just a little bit on what you can expect. Now, one thing that EA and Codemasters are trying to achieve with this game is trying to bring a little bit more of that broadcast feeling you get when you're watching TV. So they've implemented this new broadcast presentation feature where during formation laps or during safety cars, you can actually opt to choose a broadcast view where it doesn't, well, you're not taking control of the car. Essentially, it's just a broadcast version of the formation lap, and you get to see the commentators talk over it. A bit of a new cinematic feel to the game, and it's really just catering for those casual gamers that aren't hardcore sim racers like, you know, Arava and Yano. Arava's not really. Yeah. Back to my point, once you finish the broadcast view, you line up on the grid and you get back in the car, take control, and then, well, let's just see how our race goes. Hopefully it goes better than what I hope it's going to go. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights, and away we go. Oh, there we go. And off we go. And we got a bit of a decent start, but, you know, first one that I've ever done probably in a race situation, and it was chaos straight away. I don't know how Pierre managed to spin it over there, but instantly safety car comes out. We managed to escape with our lives, front wing absolutely intact, no damage. Somehow I managed to jump from P15 to P5, so I'm going to take that as an absolute win. But so far, so good for us, but not good for the drivers behind me. To answer your question, by the way, yes, that wasn't Jeff. That was someone new, someone different. Jeff got sacked this year, so like Brad. But yeah, no more Jeff. This new engineer sounds a bit more younger, fresh, like straight out of university, and like quite enthusiastic. But let's see how long he survives before the F1 world absolutely crucifies him for, I don't know. Anyway, back to the racing, and as we're racing and getting back to this, hopefully it'll be a better start than what we had last time. We're just going to talk about more about the F1 game. So this is going to be released on the PlayStation 4 and 5, Xbox One and the Xbox Series. So you should be able to get it if you've got a console or a PC without an issue. The Champions Edition should be out on the 28th of June, and then the release for the full game on the 1st of July. Personally, I'm really looking forward to seeing how the sprint weekend formats are going to work, which are now incorporated into the My Team and Career modes. Speaking of which, in both My Team and in Career mode, they've given you 3 new options of which you can start both of those sessions, where you can be a newcomer, a midfielder challenger, or a title contender, so you can choose basically how fast your team's going to be. So that's going to really interest those players that like to sweat out Career mode on My Team. So it's kind of like me right now, actually. Additionally, they've also improved on some of the other aspects within My Team and Career mode, such as the events, the questions that you get, and the fact that you can escalate issues that do occur during the My Team. So kind of just improving what is already a pretty good foundation for My Team and Career mode. Now a little bit more about Jeff this year. Well, not Jeff, but it's actually called Mark. I won't say too much about him, but he is actually an ex-engineer for McLaren, and they've done a pretty good work in terms of trying to make it more realistic, trying to make the audio more realistic to what it would be in real life, and really just trying to increase the immersion factor of F1 and what it can do. So that I'm really looking forward to see what he's got to say, I guess is the best way to put it. So they've also added in some new features where you're able to time formation laps. Basically you can try and like allocate where you stop on a formation lap is the best way I can describe it. And also timed pit stops, where it actually affects how quick or slow your pit stop is going to be if you can time your pit stop accordingly. In fact, maybe it's easy if I just show you rather than explain it. So as we come up to the final corner here behind Charles Leclerc, who we're having a massive battle with throughout the race, we turn right just over here into the pit stop, cut that a little bit, and then it's a weird left-right chicane just before the start of the pit lane. And as you can see, there's a turning point here where you have to press number 1, or what A I guess it would be for you. And if you don't press it at the right time, you basically mess up your pit stop, and you will be, what, 3.1 seconds for us. Basically, it's simulating the fact that drivers have to position that car at the exact right point so that the pit crew and the pit gun are perfectly in place for them to efficiently do the pit stop. Now, I know a lot of you guys want to hear more about the cars, the drivers, the handling, what you can do in the menus, the setups, and all that good stuff, but I can't talk about it just yet, and on purpose, because the game isn't finished just yet. So here's the deal. You guys leave the questions of what you want to know down in the comments below, whether this is YouTube, Instagram, Twitch, whatever it is, and I will try my best to answer it in the next video where I'm able to kind of go a little bit deeper into the game, and let me know what you want to see. Personally, I'm really excited to see what you guys think of the game when I show you a little bit more come in the near future, but for now, all I'm going to say is I think I'll be chucking in a lot of time into this game. For those guys that want to talk more about it, make sure you follow me on twitch.tv/dirtchocolate. I'll be more than happy to answer your questions where I'm allowed to. Once again, make sure you leave a comment down below with what you want to know about the upcoming game or what you thought about the video, and I'll make sure to try and answer as many as I can either down in the comments or in the next video coming up. For now, thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to leave you with this beautiful podium celebration, and I will see you next time. Bye.
Right today, and the results speak for themselves.
The drivers are en route to the podium as we speak. What a fantastic win for the Red Bull team. They've performed exceptionally today, keeping us firmly on the edge of our seats throughout the entirety of the race. Congratulations to everyone at the team.